Guys, 9 AM, been up for a few hours, hasn't been that chilly, but it's certainly damp, and I am worried where that leak's coming from. I don't really quite, I know I've layered one layer on top, so I don't understand where it's coming from. Shouldn't really be leaking, but I did another quick bodge job, so it's been pretty dry. Got a nice little stream going again, so I just feel that it's nice and clear this time, like clearish. So I'm going to filter off a lot of water again. As I said, I was walking in the woods and I found this 20-litre bottle, container, and it's pucker. It had some sort of catalytic thing, is some chemical that you put in your engine or your fuel or something else to help it. So I gave it a vigorous wash yesterday, added some detergent, clean it all out. Doesn't smell of anything inside. It smells of detergent actually. It's a faint smell. I might give it another couple more rinses. But yeah, I used copious amounts of water and detergent yesterday to try and clean it all out. So I'll give it another couple of rinses, and then I can use this for storing water. 20 litres. That's pretty useful, and it's got a handy little funnel as well. Yep, got a handy little funnel. That's going to help a little bit. Turn that into a shower unit, couldn't I? 28 litres, yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty, as I said in an earlier video, like one man's rubbish is another man's treasure. Yeah, that handy, so I'll get rid of the label. Later, and get that going, get this filled up. So yeah, it's just very damp around at the moment, and I can see. Last night I got home at 10 o'clock in the evening. I left very late and got caught in the rain, and my Peter Storm bloody poncho, useless. It wasn't even a driving rain, it was just, constant raining and everything else. My legs were soaked, and my shoes were soaked, and they still are at the moment. So I mean, I kind of expected that because I don't have any waterproofs, yeah, and haven't waterproofed my shoes, because that Aldi waterproofing spray is absolutely useless. You probably need a tin on each bloody boot to be of any use. So my goal today, get dry. I can't go out and walk around and forage in wet boots, because that's just going to drain the life out of me. So I've got to get some camp stuff done. My vegetable oil heater, well, there's still vegetable oil in there, and it's not good. So I'm going to get hold of some candles, because the other method of doing it is just using candles, and the corrugated iron acts as a much better wick. Corrugated cardboard acts as a much better wick for the candle wax, and it lasts longer. So yeah, I'm going to play around with that, but I had my sort of like ambient air filter stuck over it, and yeah, it was generating quite a little bit of heat. Yeah? So I can imagine, if you have 2 or 3 of these going in the evening, that sweet spot, you start them off at the sweet spots, it's going to raise the temperature. But my concern is that, having this resting, if I cut the lip off here, it will rest in there a lot better, because at the moment it's just balancing on. But that is one way to to generate some ambient heat. The other way is if you've got a bigger can, as I say, yeah, I've got a bigger can here, and that's going to. The problem is trying to find another can there. Well, having said that, if I can find some bigger cans to act as the chimney, what I do is just you know, just stick them all together, build a stack, build a total chimney stack, and put holes all the way around, all the way at the top, and so just thinking to myself, well, tin cans are obviously the best thing to do it with, and that will generate a lot of, you know, suck all the cold air in, hopefully, and just you know, and blow the heat up. So yeah, I'm just thinking of ways to make a chimney. Obviously, one of the easiest ways is tin cans. You just have to cut them the holes off, and then you've got an automatic flue, but they're very flimsy. But if you stuck them all together, it'd still be, as I said, I've still got a lot of ducting as well, but I don't want to touch that, especially when I've got all these tin cans here. So yeah, chore day again. Got some wood, and because I've got some big logs, my little Gerber might be good for 3-inch, 4-inch logs and everything else, but I've got some pretty big 6-inch logs, and I'm going to collect a few more. So I've commandeered from my brother-in-law his axe. And it's kind of it's a nice big chunky one. This one is a Spear & Jackson. He obviously doesn't look after his tools, you know, so I'm going to try and clean this up later on, and get an edge back on it again, and see how it goes with some of the logs. And if it works out, I'll have a nice big pile of logs here. I'll pop off into the woods and try grab a few more big chunky logs, and use this big boy. Yes. I thought to myself, I'd leave late, so you know, it wouldn't be so strange. Man in a poncho, man in a poncho walking through the woods with a big axe. Sorry. So I thought I'd leave late because there wouldn't be any bloody hikers or anyone around, especially when it's raining. And I don't know, maybe they were just trying to get back or something else, but I bumped into so many hikers and everything else. I was walking around and, hi, it's all right. Don't worry. Yeah, it's yeah, you try to avoid things, yeah, you try to stay anonymous, and then life just has a way of just screwing you over, doesn't it? So what can you do? Can't do anything, you just say hi. Even that sounds, oh, the weirdo with the axe. Yeah, so yeah, I scored myself a nice 20-litre container, clean it all out, got a nice big axe, filtering off some water, gonna make sure for myself topped up, and again, I've got to find that leak. The simplest way for me to go about this is either buy a big tarp, yeah, at least 3 by 5 meters. I've got a nice big 3 by 5 meter tarp, bang, straight over the top. It'll have to be a camo one as well, so to blend in, or a black or dark green one. to blend in with the rest of the things, but that will just over the top, sorted, and I could just leave the rest there and I wouldn't have to worry about it. Or I need to get 2 more 3x3s or 3x2s. They're Shoppers Direct, they do those 3x2s for about £2.99. So if I've got 2 of those, I can layer them again, and I've still got one up there, which is good. So I can layer them as the base layer, and then put the leaky one with all my camo on top of it, which I'm doing at the moment, but I'm using a combination of 1x2s, and so it's just not elegant and efficient. Because this section of the shack is standing height, again I've got to really got to reinforce that roof and get a much better angle on it. But it's finding I don't want to use my hiking staffs. They're 2 meters and they'll be ideal. But like I said, I'm going to have to redesign the internals, put the bed against the small section, fire pit in the middle, and leave the back end for standing room and storage. So yeah, again, it's big projects and everything else. You've got to get on with it. You know? As I say, it's getting chilly at night. It's getting damp, and this is the one thing you don't want is to be damp and chill. That's a killer. And you'd be surprised, as I say, you hear stories and you read newspaper reports. Some little old lady or some woman in her dressing gown just pops round the corner to see her neighbours and dies of hypothermia because she's got a dressing gown on, slippers. It's a killer. Minus temperatures kills. So yeah, there's some funny looking insects here. They look like mayflies, but they can't be mayflies. The great thing about this weather though, is very, very few mosquitoes. Right, again I've got to do something about my composting area. I've got to build a cover for that, which means another tarpaulin. But I did see somewhere sports club on one of my routes, and in between their storage they dumped a couple of gazebo type things, they pull out gazebos, and they've been sitting there rotting for weeks, getting covered in dirt and shit and everything else, and there's other stuff dumped in it, so I'm going to assume they don't want them. Now I know I could ask, I probably will ask, but if they're broken and they don't want them, I know whatever thing that might be wrong with them, I could possibly fix or bodge job them, and that would be ideal because I could then stick it out of the way and build an outhouse, proper, make a covered outhouse. So in winter, when the rain and snow comes, your morning obligations are a little bit more comfortable, and it will give me the impetus to build a much better composting system. As I say, I've been in this particular spot for several months now, 4 or 5 months now, and haven't been found out yet. And I don't want to jinx things, touch wood. It's still very, very peaceful and quiet here, despite the M25. And it gives me time to reflect on things, find out what's the most important things in life. Number 1 is family, I do realise that. And family. If my daughter's watching this, which I doubt she is, she's got her own issues and everything else. Yeah, my family is the most important thing. Family and friends. Family, friends, community. These are the mainstay of human civilization, you know? Anyway, I'm going to start philosophizing now. Get on with the job, okay? I've got to charge this up as well. I've got to quick charge it. My mobile phone's buggered. I can only do one app at a time now. So basically I've just used that as a, I'm going to just use it as a internet connection. Which means another, how much, relatively good smartphone like the one I got, 80, 90 quid gone down the drain. I'm just thinking, you know, of all the things, coming up to winter, of all the things you need, you know, more fuel, that's wood, nefs, or bioethanol, or anything like that, vegetable oils or sunflower oils, you need maybe 5-10 litres of that, but that's dirt cheap actually, so that's a lot better value for money. A bit smelly, but it's a lot better value for money as a fuel as well. What else? You got, there's as I say, fuel, insulation as well. Really got to get these pallets sorted out. So, yeah, but walking through, I think I'm walking a couple of hours with a backpack full of pallet wood. Yeah. Again, I could go mad and just go into the woods and start chopping shit down. Got an axe now. But that's not efficient, you know. You've got to make use of 99% of everything I've got here is all dead standing. There's only very few of the sizes that you need that I've actually cut, and I've tried to cut the ones with less green on them that look like they're going to die anyway, drying out. The base of the tree is, you know, where they come from. If the trees aren't, you know, if they're dying out, I'll cut them down because, you know, it won't always support the weight when they get fully grown. They will die eventually. So, yeah. Crack on with chores, get this charged up because it's giving me little warnings. Shall catch you later, guys.